2.7 billion people in the world live on $2 per day or less. At Innovations for Poverty Action, we believe that giving them hope is too important to be left to chance. Shouldn't we make sure that the programs we support are the ones that have the greatest impact, that get the most bang for our buck? Maybe you're passionate about education and want to help children in Kenya spend more time in school. What's the best way of achieving this goal? Should you build a school, offer scholarships, buy school uniforms, buy textbooks? These are all valuable ideas, but they differ in how much good they can accomplish. It turns out that spending $100 on scholarships equates to an additional 3 months of education for a child in Kenya. But if you spent that $100 on school uniforms, it would buy 6 months of education. And if you spent $100 on buying low-cost pills to rid children of intestinal worms, the kids would take less time off school due to sickness, and the same $100 would buy 14 full years of education. So how do we determine which programs are the most effective and why? We know we need more than good intentions alone. We need evidence. IPA partners with world-class academics and local decision-makers to test out what works best. We evaluate programs using the same method used in medical research, the Randomized Controlled Trial, or RCT. This method produces results that are markedly different and much more reliable than others. Here's how it works. An organization has a limited budget, but there is a need for much more. We work with them to select qualifying communities, even more than they can serve, then randomly assign half to receive the program and half as control. Then we measure what happens in both sets of communities and determine if and how those with the program change relative to those without. It allows us to assess not just what happens, but what would have happened if the program had never existed. Last, we help ensure that the evidence we develop translates into practice on the ground. Much like scientific innovation, our research is only useful when applied to real programs that benefit real people. So, when we use the most rigorous research methods available to test out new programs, see what really works, and apply the knowledge, we all can add evidence to our best intentions for greater impact. It's an equation for real change. Innovations for Poverty Action. Fighting poverty for 10 years with innovation, evidence, and action.